Hello friends, welcome back to Jen the Taxidermy Witch. Today we're here and we're talking about yellow and gold, and there's a lot to cover, okay? I've got so much here. I didn't think I'd have much. I'm wearing a little bit here on my tulle dress. It's a big sunshine around the back of this like Lateralis album dress, which I love. I have a gold dress, but I only wear it on Sabbats and special occasions, which I wouldn't mind wearing for you guys because I think that would be perfect. However, it's been so sweltering hot here in Seattle. We're having a tropical heat wave and it's so beautiful, but it's so bloody hot. Excuse me. So, a lot to cover. First here, if you want to pause the video, if you can read my handwriting, and if I don't catch this on fire, this is yellow and gold. Okay? Alright, so let me read this to you. In basic magic, yellow and gold can both be used for healing for both the mind and the body, can be used for self-confidence and self-esteem, it can be used for fathers who need parenting help, it can be used for communication, can be used for education, can be used for finding lost property, can be used for improving writing skills. Also, it resonates with the solar plexus, which is the third chakra up from the top. And look at this. There's chakras right on this. So if you're confused about how they go, it's your root chakra, which grounds you to the earth, and then your sacral chakra, which is we talked about in the last video of orange, and then your yellow chakra here in your belly, this whole part of your belly, and it relates to that within the chakra system. So when we wear yellow only, we would wear that for divination. That doesn't require, that doesn't relate to gold, just to yellow. So when you're doing divination, wear yellow. That is advice from Scott Cunningham, who I love. And if you want to wear gold, it is the color of the sun and of the god. So if you're trying to honor your god, then you can wear gold. Or if you're trying to honor the sun or any Egyptian gods like Ra, you could wear gold as well, and that would be absolutely beautiful. You could substitute with yellow, sure, because it's what we make it, isn't it? So now we've talked about that. So many things to cover. So my star of creation, I've added a little piece of a taxidermy here, which is a peacock feather, and it definitely has gold in there. I don't know if we're seeing that on camera, but there's gold in a peacock feather. When it shines in the sun, it just really glimmers. And the males in the bird world always have the most beautiful feathers. Quickly, I want to show you, this is my golden pheasant. He's so big. His tail goes like way past the table. I couldn't even get him in a shot. But the male birds are gorgeous. The male mallard is gorgeous, and the woman is not so cute. I've got a mallard right up here. Okay, so feathers of male birds will probably have some gold or yellow or some kind of radiant color, so check on those. And then I want to talk about things that you can find in your craft box, like thread and pins, and just threads in general. You can add to so many things to really color them up. I've got two shades of gold and 2 shades of yellow there that I've picked up, for maybe $1 a roll or something inexpensive, and I got like 20 rolls of all the colors I loved, and now I have ribbon for 3 years maybe, which is lovely to have just such a selection of crafty things, Alright, let's talk about candles. I've got some gold candles here, which I've thrifted. You can get them almost all times of the year because gold and green and red are the most common thrifted candles because of Christmas. And again, the Christians, the Catholics, they're burning candles. Almost all religions, we burn candles on the holidays. So it's like, it really relates. And if you're having a hard time, if you're a Christian, or if you're religious and you're having a hard time bringing witchcraft in, just remember that you don't have to change your religion. Witchcraft is not a religion, it's just a practice with these things, and like we talk about, using intention. So that's really, to me, not a lot different than Christian prayer. So you can get a gold candle holder, and I've got a really awesome pair back here that fit on the wall, and they're big, they hold big pillars on the wall, but honestly they're a little unsafe, they just look beautiful, so I light them on Sabbats. Okay, I want to talk about something else you can find, just a real or a fake yellow or gold flower. And then back to being crafty, I thrifted this big giant bag of all these buttons, and there's some really cool gold ones in there. And, you know, not expensive one bit. Let me just show you some of the cool gold ones. Bing! And there's like 50 in there. And there's loads of little yellow beads too. Yep. All shapes, sizes, colors of the rainbow. Oh, right. Now I want to talk about something I made from my garden, which corn silks are yellow, and Scott Cunningham says when you hang them above a window in when you hang them above a mirror in your home, those who gaze into the mirror will be prosperous. So, and everyone in the home shall be prosperous, that, you know, because we all look into mirrors, don't we? Don't we? All right, so there's that, and then I've tied purple onto there because purple is the color of alchemy. And now we'll talk about something I picked from my garden this morning, which is a banana pepper. Bananas are yellow, the pepper is yellowish green. And from my garden this morning as well, we have a marigold. It's orange, fiery gold in the middle, and then gold's in the name, you know. So think about that too, right? Like, sometimes gold's in the name of something, but it's not gold. But the energy is there because we've been calling it that for so long, right? So I think we should remember that as well. Okay, so much to cover. Frankincense, I talk about it so much. Oh. It's goldish yellow. It is really beautiful. Okay, so that's frankincense in the resin form. And then, let's get the candles out of here. Okay, you can do things like your jewelry. That's, you know, it doesn't even have to be gold. This is copper. That it's like an Egyptian copper piece that I got from eBay. And these are just fake gold, but they're gold in color, so you could wear those when you're doing up your spells. All my bells are gold. This is the bell I hang on my door for when I'm filming so no one comes in. And it's gold. One thing to remember about bells though, guys, is I've read that they suck up a lot of our energies. So if you do something with a bell, just remember and kind of keep that in mind. So yeah, I have another bell over here that I use for meditation. What fell? I don't know what fell. Okay, we have dandelion, which is yellow. Okay. We've got oats, which I keep in this really cool gold top jar. And then oats are yellow, or a little gold. And then here I've got all of my oils. I use olive oil. It's yellow. I use grapeseed oil. I use sunflower oil, and it's got sun right in the name, and this beautiful sunflower on the front. And it's a light yellow in color. And this is my very favorite oil of all time. I highly recommend you get it. It doesn't come in this giant bottle. I just put it in here because it didn't come in a glass bottle. but this is my favorite. And it smells so good when you do up perfumes with resins and magical perfumes and things that you can wear for protection. Now I want to talk about the things that are on this side. Okay, this is Palo Santo, and it's a smudge stick, and they're just kind of like a really golden blonde color, so I added them into this video for that reason. And here we've got Angelica root, which it's not exactly yellow, it's not dark brown either, but when I think about angels and angel work and spirit guide work, whatever you want to call it, this is something that you would use for that. And also angels I would think of as like a halo around them and kind of being gold or yellow. Next I have this resin here, which was a gift from a friend, and look what I've written on it because I have no idea what it is. Old frankincense question mark? So if anybody knows what this resin is just by looking at it, please let me know, because I would really enjoy to know. When I burn it, it smells strong and not like frankincense, so I either think it's very old frankincense or something else. Alright, let's talk about German chamomile. Chamomile is really beautiful yellow. We grow it in our garden and we dry it. So it's got all the more intention when you do it yourself, and that's just got all the great energies of you and your family and what you've put into it, which can be not replaced by anything else or any other ingredient, in my opinion. Okay. Mulberries. These show up in Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia for Magical Herbs, I believe. Beeswax. If you're not full vegan in your craft, then if you are a full vegan in your craft, you wouldn't use that obviously, but if you're not, you could use that for many, many things. If you want to know, comment below and I can tell you what any of these things could be used for. I would love that. Another thing that's yellow or gold is sesame seeds, and those definitely show up in magical workings quite a bit. And then we have pineapple sage, which we've grown here on our farm and just put into this spice jar and with a new label, but I don't know if you can see in there, it is yellow on the edge, and it's got the word pineapple in the name, and also it smells like pineapple. It's really delicious. If you haven't tried this, guys, get some. Sage grows really easily. You almost can't go wrong with it. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is lungwort. And when it grows, it looks like a lung. It's a lichen that grows on a tree, and it actually grows at my house. And if you can see the grooves in there? It looks just like our lungs. So that's nature telling you, take this if you're having breathing issues, which I think is amazingly beautiful. So lungwort lichen grows here in the Seattle area. I didn't know if it did, but it does, so it must grow in a lot of places. Yellow mustard seeds. Okay, it's got it in the name and it's yellow. Brilliant. I've dried some some lemon peels, and lemons are yellow. You could use a regular lemon. I've read that if you dry out a lemon, like if you put it in your purse and you work it every day like a stress ball, then eventually over like a year, the lemon will completely dry inside and out. And that is the best luck that you can have when you have a citrus fruit that you do that with, whether it be a lemon, a lime, a grapefruit's probably too big, but something small. You do that with, you keep it in your purse and you work it every day, and you don't crack the skin. It won't smell, it will just bring you amazing prosperity, amazing, amazing wishes. All of your dreams could come true. So if you've not done that before, get into it. Look into it. Next thing I want to talk about for a yellow herb is yarrow flowers. Okay? I've got a big thing of this and even more. And if you want to know what this is used for, let me know. but it can be used for many things, and that's why I've got so much of it. Okay, back to a little crafty thing I forgot to speak about, which is, you know, gold and yellow in pens, and you can write out your petitions on them if you don't have that color of paper, that sort of thing. Objects around the house that might not be so conventional. I think that's all I've got left off on the table to talk about, except for what's behind me. So, objects that might be found around the house. Now, on this channel, I want to say first, before I show this, we never discuss politics here. That's not what this channel is about. That's not what this object's about. But I found this. It's an old Avon bottle. It's got, you know, Abe Lincoln on it and a really cool gold topper. It's old. I can tell that it's old. But anyway, if you, for instance, were like really wanted your political party to be on top, or if you wanted just more peace in the world with politics, or not so much hatred with politics, something relating to that, or leaders, or something like that, because that's what this is holding. That's what this kind of energy is in here. And then the color's there too, right? So you could use it in a lot of ways. But that's something I really love, and I got it because it's such a cool little curio object. And now I should bring out this tray because that's what we've got left to speak about. Ish. Okay, some gold objects. Gold and yellow objects. There's a Taurus bowl. I know you've seen this before. This is my fly. I frickin' love this so much. It's so heavy. I don't know if it's a paperweight or just a curiosity. In here, this has the Star of Creation on the top, and it's gold lined, and inside I keep my Beltane ribbons from my very favorite Beltane I ever had. That's special to me, so you could use that. A bell, you could keep that in the area. This is something that I had that was gold, and it's really awesome. If you wanted to do up a spell, you could put it, you know, right inside of something like this. So that would be really, really awesome, because it's in a, you know, you could put it in a heart. It just resonates so much good, happy, love energy. And I don't have my tweezers, but this is a yellow jacket I found this morning. Focus. Yeah. So yellow jackets that you find, you could use those, and you could use the spirit, you could use that in a few ways. This is just, okay, I use things like Scrabble tiles and toy soldiers and stuff that I find, that I thrift, that I'm like, or old screws or nails, like, because you just think about it, a ladder, and this is yellow, that's why it's in the video, a ladder could be used for, you know, transition in life. A ladder could be used for getting over addiction. You could use this in so many ways. And then, you know, a gun would be used like against violence or to protect someone, I suppose. But, you know, take that as you will. If you are into that or not, I don't know. A gold soldier, that would be powerful, because gold is it's the color of the god, and a soldier is such a strong, powerful, brave man. So strength, power, bravery, whatever you relate that to. This soldier's, oh man, that soldier's lost an arm. Bless you. Bless you, little guy. I'm going to put him on my curio because he's fun. And then this is the little ninja that was in that same little bag. So if you wanted to be stealthy or be do some invisibility or whatever you relate to, a little ninja, you know, you could do that. So talked about everything on the table, and now I want to talk about just a couple things behind me. I know the video is getting long, but I feel like we're getting a lot into it and into the video, and that's the point, right? That's what I want to do. So talking real quick about something I brought up before, but you could use, you know, a gold phone for communication. You could speak your spell. You could speak your spell right into it. If you needed to hear things better, you could put it here. Just use it as literally as you want to, or as non-literally as you want to. Just talk to the phone if you want to. You can dial numbers into the phone if there's something that resonates with you with numbers or something like that. Now, I didn't talk about any stones, so I just want to say that the only yellow stone I have is citrine, and I keep a piece in my staff. And then other objects that are just so precious. This is a family heirloom in our house, and it is a battle sword. And I can't really say much about it, but when I work with this, I feel so much strength, so much courage, so much self-confidence, so much self-esteem in my work. So that's how this makes me feel, and that's how that resonates into my magic, and it's gorgeous, and it's an actual family heirloom, so that is so connective to yourself. Sure, you could find one at a thrift shop or on eBay or another family's heirloom or something like that, but it wouldn't be as connected to you. Before I forget, this is a gold-rimmed plate. I do a lot of workings just on this plate, and it's also got a mirror on it, so you can do some... You could do a lot of things with a mirror, with a spell, and then now you're adding in the gold, right? So, wanted to talk about that before I forgot. And also, behind me, and I think this is right here, I have this awesome picture that I've thrifted. It's got a big gold rim on it. The picture's gold, and the lad on the front looks like a tarot card. So I got this a couple of, I think it's probably been a year now. But that's one of my favorite things, and it's just feels like the god is resonating in the room all of the time. And then, balancing upon the silver of the goddess. So, gosh, thank you for joining me with this video, you guys. We talked about so many things. And if you have any gold or yellow things that you can think of that would be awesome for magic, taxidermy, feathers, bones, any of it, write in the comments below. I really want to build the most beautiful family here with you guys, and I'm so excited to do that. I will talk to you soon.